Hey guys, welcome back. So yeah, if you're here for spiritual growth, spiritual learning, magical growth, magical purposes, and just generally upping your vibration and your power and tapping into your natural gifts, guys, yeah, you've tuned into the right channel. So before we get started on this vid, if you like the content, guys, show the like, share the vids. You never know who might need to hear these things, and there's definitely help out there beyond the conventional. I'm very big into that. So this video is going to be on Demon Duke Vepar. I'm going to explain to you his incantation, how to get in touch with him, why you might want to. Before we get into the vid, guys, again, I am offering a chaos course, magic course, and of course I offer spell work, tarot reading, consultations. If you need any of my services, it's extremely personalized. Hit me up. And again, if you have any thoughts or ideas that you want me to get into further into the vids, let me know. I'll be starting those scripts soon for the next batch. So on to this one. So for your initial invocation with all these entities, remember you always have to have your initial invocation, which is your introduction and your welcoming of entity. You're going to need 2 candles for Demon Vepar, one blue, one green. Have his name scribed on both. If you can, embalm with either eucalyptus oil or sandalwood oil. Also, on top of your page, your petition page, now you'll have his hand-drawn sigil. And again, with all these entities, guys, and the more you use the same print, actually, the more power it actually grabs onto and holds onto, like, it's like reminiscence of energies that just stick to it, okay? So that you definitely can do. But for your petition, hand-draw his sigil. Look, if I wanted to, I can just print the sigil and show it to you guys. I'd always show you guys my hand-drawn sigil so that you can see I'm not an artist, but I do it the best I can, and it goes a long way with entities. So you do their hand-drawn sigil on the petition, and on top is incantation, which is quite small. This one is Onka Vepa Achna. Onka Vepa Achna. That is on top. With all incantations, you'll call it out repetitively a few times until you feel something. Either vibration, a presence, weight, something in your chest, I normally feel quite often, or in my shoulders. I would say average 8 to 16 times. Thereafter, you start to proclaim your petition, which is basically your introduction. Always call on entity first. Specifically, you make sure you call on that specific entity. You don't want other things coming in that you're not calling into, okay? And then you go further if you want to. I do, and I teach this to the clients as well. Once you call on the entity, you can go further. Once you start to also work with them more and feel their presence and their characteristics, add adoration, like beautiful Vepar, mighty, wise Vepar, whatever it is that you're gaining from this entity, add that adoration in to your calling. Introduce yourself in the writing and verbally. And when you do this, um, make sure you're receiving it in gestures. If you naturally feel like you want to start welcoming in through gestures like this, I always say don't resist what you're feeling. Totally go there. If you feel like doing, for whatever reason, squats while you got a certain entity's presence there, go with it. Whatever you're feeling, guys, it's very much energy. You go with it. So you've introduced yourself, you've called on entity, you have entity's presence, whether you feel it or not, he has heard you, okay? Simple offerings next to this. Some alcohol, any alcohol, a bowl of water, as long as it's not in plastic. Whatever copper you can get your hands on, just for the energy signature that it vibrates very high with him, and quite a lot of them actually. So copper, um, and you can burn some sandalwood incense as well. Okay, so some of his characteristics, he's very well balanced. That's the key word with this entity. He's extremely well balanced. Like, he can bring down, and again, it depends on the spell cost doing the spells or the practitioner working with him. And this takes time. It's a build-up of a relationship. But he can bring ailments, sicknesses, and even death to someone. And on the reverse side, again, on your relationship with him, he can actually do healing of ailments and sicknesses, okay? So whether it's physical, chemical, emotional trauma damage here that needs healing, he can do that, and he's actually willing to. He's actually one of the more patient ones, and he's a great teacher, and he brings a lot of wisdom. So he's extremely balanced. As you can see there, he can bring ailments, sickness, even death, great healing. emotionally well balanced because he vibrates extremely high with water and the fluidity of water, the changing of water, which is why I like to personally put a bowl of water with entities like that there. Um, yeah, so he's great for, because he sees so much in his great wisdom and he's generous about it. He's great for meditation when it comes to past life memories, past life regression. You're trying to tap into maybe memories that you've completely forgotten about, memories that you've lived in a previous life. He's exceptionally good with that. You can literally meditate with him in his presence. So for something like that, you would start your invocation and carry on, sit down somewhere comfortable and start a meditation in his presence and focusing on him and what it is you're trying to obtain. I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't, guys, you can always hit me up for a consultation and I can go further into these discussions. But anyway, that's pretty much the vid on Demon Vapor. Cheers, guys.